Hey everybody, welcome to Fit for Life. In today's video, we are going to talk about 5 ways you could boost nitric oxide naturally. Don't forget to stay until the very end, because number 5 is the most crucial. Also, before we get started, can you please make sure to subscribe and hit the notification so you don't miss any of our videos. Thanks. Nitric oxide, NO, is a molecule produced by the body that plays a crucial role in various physiological functions, including blood vessel dilation, immune response, and neurotransmission. Increasing nitric oxide levels may have potential health benefits, particularly in the context of cardiovascular health and exercise performance. Here are some natural ways to boost nitric oxide production. Number 1, dietary nitrate-rich foods. Dietary nitrates found in certain foods can be converted into nitric oxide in the body through a process known as the nitrate-nitrite-nitric oxide pathway. Here's a more detailed explanation of how dietary nitrate-rich foods help boost nitric oxide production. Consumption of nitrate-rich foods. Foods that are particularly rich in dietary nitrates include beets, leafy greens such as spinach and arugula, celery, radishes, and other vegetables. Conversion of nitrate to nitrite. When you consume these nitrate-rich foods, the nitrates are absorbed into the bloodstream and concentrated in saliva. In the mouth, bacteria convert these nitrates into nitrites. Nitrite to nitric oxide conversion. Once nitrites are swallowed and reach the acidic environment of the stomach, some of them are further converted into nitric oxide. This conversion is facilitated by various factors, including stomach acid and certain enzymes. Number 2, L-arginine-rich foods. L-arginine is an amino acid that serves as a precursor for nitric oxide, NO, production in the body. Here's a more detailed explanation of how L-arginine-rich foods contribute to boosting nitric oxide. L-arginine as a precursor. L-arginine is an essential amino acid, meaning the body cannot produce it on its own and must obtain it from the diet. It serves as a direct precursor for the synthesis of nitric oxide. Conversion to nitric oxide. In the body, L-arginine is converted into nitric oxide through the action of an enzyme called nitric oxide synthase, NOS. This enzymatic conversion involves the oxidation of L-arginine to produce nitric oxide and citrulline. Role of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a signaling molecule that plays a crucial role in various physiological processes. One of its primary functions is to act as a vasodilator, relaxing and widening blood vessels. This helps improve blood flow and circulation throughout the body. Number 3, sunlight exposure. Sunlight exposure on the skin stimulates the production of nitric oxide through a series of reactions involving a compound called 7-dihydrocholesterol. Here are more details on how sunlight exposure contributes to nitric oxide production. Ultraviolet B UVB radiation. Sunlight, specifically ultraviolet B UVB radiation, interacts with 7-dihydrocholesterol, a compound found in the skin. UVB radiation is responsible for converting this precursor into pre-vitamin D3. Pre-vitamin D3 conversion. The UVB radiation causes a photochemical reaction in the skin, leading to the conversion of 7-dihydrocholesterol to pre-vitamin D3. Formation of vitamin D3. Pre-vitamin D3 is then further converted into vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, through a heat-dependent process facilitated by body temperature. This conversion occurs over the course of several hours. Number 4, managing stress. Managing stress can positively impact nitric oxide, NO production in the body through various physiological mechanisms. Chronic stress is associated with the release of stress hormones, such as cortisol, which can negatively affect cardiovascular health and NO levels. Here's a more detailed explanation of how stress management contributes to boosting nitric oxide production. Impact of stress hormones. Chronic stress triggers the release of stress hormones, particularly cortisol, which can lead to vasoconstriction, narrowing of blood vessels, and increased oxidative stress. These effects can impair endothelial function, the inner lining of blood vessels where nitric oxide is produced. Stress and endothelial dysfunction. Endothelial dysfunction refers to impaired functioning of the endothelium, which can reduce nitric oxide bioavailability. Chronic stress has been linked to endothelial dysfunction, limiting the production of nitric oxide. Sympathetic nervous system activation. Stress activates the sympathetic nervous system, fight-or-flight response, leading to the release of norepinephrine. Norepinephrine can reduce nitric oxide synthesis by inhibiting the activity of endothelial nitric oxide synthase, ENOS, the enzyme responsible for nitric oxide production. Number 5, adequate sleep. Adequate sleep is crucial for overall health and well-being. and it also plays a role in supporting nitric oxide, NO, production in the body. Here are more details on how sufficient and quality sleep contributes to the enhancement of nitric oxide levels. Sleep and hormonal regulation. Sleep plays a vital role in the regulation of various hormones, including cortisol and growth hormone. Adequate sleep helps maintain a balanced hormonal environment, and cortisol in particular can influence NO production. Impact on endothelial function. Quality sleep has been linked to improved endothelial function, the inner lining of blood vessels where nitric oxide is produced. Endothelial cells release nitric oxide in response to various stimuli, including the restoration and relaxation that occurs during sleep. Sleep duration and nitric oxide levels. Research suggests that short or disrupted sleep may negatively affect nitric oxide levels. Inadequate sleep duration or poor sleep quality can contribute to endothelial dysfunction, reducing the bioavailability of nitric oxide. Slow-wave sleep, SWS, and nitric oxide. Slow-wave sleep, SWS, also known as deep sleep, is a stage of sleep associated with various restorative processes. Some studies indicate that SWS may be particularly important for endothelial function and nitric oxide production. It's important to note that individual responses to these strategies may vary, and it's always advisable to consult with a healthcare professional before making significant changes to your diet or lifestyle, especially if you have existing health conditions or are taking medications. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos. Thank you.